There are truths about life that were never designed for the general public, not because they don't exist, but because the world runs on information control, and the moment the masses truly wake up, the structure of society collapses. Today, I want to expose some of those hidden realities, the life truths, the hard truths about life that only the top 1% truly understand. Most people live life believing everything they were taught in school, culture, and society. They wake up, push through routines, follow rules, obey systems, without ever questioning who built those systems and why. But here's something the elite know. Life is not a fair playground. It is a carefully engineered hierarchy, a pyramid, and pyramids have one purpose: to keep power concentrated at the top while the bottom sustains it. This is not conspiracy, this is structure. From economics, politics, organizations, religion, finance, corporate systems, entertainment industries, power is always arranged upward. The majority exist to feed the minority. Those who understand power dynamics are not necessarily the strongest, just the most strategically informed. The wealthy don't stumble into success. They don't rely on motivation quotes. They understand money systems. They understand how the rich think. They understand that the game is designed, and if you don't learn the rules, you don't get to play. This is why financial intelligence is not taught deeply in most schools. You were trained to become a good worker, not a powerful creator. You were told, go to school, get good grades, secure a stable job, retire when you're tired and too old to enjoy life. But nobody told you that the economy runs on human labor energy. And to keep labor supply flowing, the masses must be convinced that stability equals success. Meanwhile, the top 1% push creativity, ownership, leverage, and system building because they know wealth is never built by working inside the machine. Wealth is built by owning the machine. That is life strategy. And here's another hidden truth. Your mind is the ultimate battlefield. The elite don't control people physically, they control people psychologically. Media shapes your emotions, advertising shapes your desires, culture shapes your beliefs, and trends shape your thinking. If they can dictate what you value, they can dictate what you spend your life chasing. This is what I call psychological hacks for success. But the sad side is that most of these hacks are used against you, not for you. They convince you what success should look like. They decide what lifestyle should be desirable. They define status for you, so you chase symbols instead of strategy. The truly powerful don't chase lifestyle. They chase leverage. They don't flex wealth. They multiply it. They don't buy to look rich. They buy assets, so wealth produces wealth for them. They don't consume blindly. They study smart money habits. They practice mind over money. They master self-mastery. This is why you see two people with the same resources but extremely different results. One thinks survival, the other thinks system. One thinks salary, the other thinks ownership. One thinks immediate gratification, the other thinks longevity, building influence, legacy, and control. And this leads to another hidden truth. Most people are not poor. They are simply positioned wrong. Positioned in systems that feed others, positioned mentally to obey rather than question, positioned financially to spend rather than build, positioned socially to follow rather than lead. The wealthy didn't just learn how to make money, they learned how money moves. They mastered wealth mindset, understanding compounding, studying opportunities, leveraging information, building networks, and using time as a weapon rather than an enemy. They understand that money is a servant, not a master. Another reality they never tell the masses is this: life rewards clarity and courage, or comfort. Comfort keeps the masses predictable. Predictable people are easy to control. People who don't question stay where they are placed. But when you start asking, who benefits from my lifestyle? Who profits from my habits? Who gains from my ignorance? Then you start breaking the system. Not violently, but mentally and strategically, that's when you begin to transition from being just another player to becoming someone who shapes the game. Now listen carefully, because most people misunderstand this and become bitter. This is not about hating the system, it's about learning to outgrow it. The successful don't complain, they study. They don't settle for the default setup. They reprogram their thinking. How the rich think is structured, intentional, calculated, built on principles. They invest in knowledge, they surround themselves with thinkers, they stay hungry for information others ignore. Meanwhile, the masses are distracted with entertainment, trends, gossip, comfort, and distractions cleverly designed to keep focus away from advancement. And here's the truth. The world doesn't hide opportunities. It hides opportunities behind awareness. If your awareness level is low, life will look like survival. If your awareness level rises, life begins to look like strategy. That is why secrets of success rarely lie in strategy alone. They lie in mind elevation. Because until your thinking changes, your life cannot upgrade. Now, before we go deeper, if you're learning something powerful already, smash the like button, drop a comment, sharing one truth that hit you most. Share this with someone who needs to wake up, and subscribe so you don't miss content that sharpens your mind, builds your financial intelligence, and gives you the edge the masses don't have. Let's continue. Another truth rarely told publicly is that success is not democratic. Success does not respond to wishes. It responds to structure, discipline, awareness, and courage. Many people want success emotionally. Very few want it strategically. Only those who embrace self-mastery truly get there, because success is less about luck and more about alignment with how life genuinely works. There is also the truth of power dynamics in relationships, business, leadership, politics, and influence. Influence is engineered. Authority is earned, credibility is built, power is not randomly handed, it is silently accumulated. The top 1% don't always have the highest morals, but they always have the highest understanding of leverage. Whether good or bad, they understand human psychology at a level the average person never studies. And because the masses don't study it, they remain controlled by it. But here is the empowering part. You don't need to belong to the elite class to benefit from these truths. You only need to wake up, learn consciously, adjust how you think, change how you respond to life, and build strategically rather than emotionally. Focus on growth, develop financial intelligence, adopt a wealth mindset, master your habits, build systems, strengthen your awareness, commit to self-mastery. When you do, the same world that looked oppressive begins to look like opportunity. Because life doesn't change when truth becomes available. Life changes when truth becomes understood and applied. If this message is waking something inside you, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it aggressively, comment your biggest realization, and subscribe so you don't miss future videos on life strategy, smart money habits, psychological hacks for success, and real hard truths about life that empower you to rise above average thinking. Most people will scroll away and return to routine. Only a few will stop, think, and evolve. The question is, will you remain part of the crowd maintained by the system? Or will you be among the few who understand the truth and rise above it? Your life is your answer.